Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. My Ramadan companion, 30 reminders to nourish your heart. Day 25. Love. Ramadan is a manifestation of Allah's love for us. From His love, He, subhanahu wa ta'ala, glorified, is He opens the doors of paradise, closes the doors of the hellfire, and offers us abundant opportunities for forgiveness. From His love, He gifts us fasting, the night prayer, and Laylat al-Qadr. Ramadan is the best time to attain the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Glorified is He. Because in Ramadan we increase in conversing with Him and reciting His words and devote ourselves to spending quality time with Him. In Ramadan we tame our nafs, inner self, and become humble in our interactions with our fellow believers, one of the foremost qualities of those whom Allah loves. In Ramadan we reduce our love for things which compete with His love, e.g., food, sleep, socializing, entertainment, because our love for Allah is greater. Love, the key to success. The love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the purest and greatest of all loves. It is the basis of our iman, faith, and the road to paradise. When the heart overflows with Allah's love, a person will experience bliss and contentment. However, a heart empty of Allah's love will be full of sadness, anxiety, and regrets. When you obey someone you love, you do it willingly and with joy. If you don't love them, obedience feels burdensome, and you may even feel resentful. Love, therefore, is the main driving force of our worship of Allah. The believers love Allah even more. Quran chapter 2, verse 165. How can you not love Him? As humans, we adore perfection, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the epitome of perfection. Similarly, we love beauty, and Allah is al-Jameel, the most beautiful. Although we cannot comprehend the beauty of Allah, every beautiful thing we see on this earth is from Him. Likewise, we love those who do good to us. How can we not love Allah when every single blessing and good that we have is from Him? There is no one kinder, more appreciative, and more generous than Him. He is Al-Wahhab, the ever-giving. Allah is Al-Wadud, the most loving. Humans love us because they hope to attain something from this relationship. Allah, however, calls us to love Him so that we can benefit from that love. Do we truly love Allah? Do we truly love Allah? Loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can only be achieved when you prefer Him over everything else. You must love Him more than you love yourself, more than you love your parents, children, spouse, friends, career, and wealth. Attaining the love of Allah is a journey that requires effort and persistence. At the beginning, you may be unable to fully love what Allah loves, as your heart is imprisoned by your desires. However, as your love for Allah increases through worship and abstaining from sins, you liberate yourself from your own desires. The love of Allah becomes much greater than any other love, and Allah's preferences become your own preferences. Becoming Allah's beloved, loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is extremely special. But imagine being loved by Allah. Imagine being from the people who loves and who love him. Imagine being from the people he loves and who love him. Imagine being from the people he loves and who love him. This Ramadan, make it your goal that in addition to the compulsory actions, you will worship Allah with the optional actions so that you become from those he loves. By doing this, the love of Allah will saturate your heart. By doing this, the love of Allah will saturate your heart. Your sole concern now becomes Allah, the Almighty. Every encounter reminds you of Allah. Everything you now do, everything you now do, hear, see, and say is only for Allah and in accordance with what pleases Him. You move from the level of Iman to the level of Ihsan, worshipping Allah as though you can see Him. Similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now gives you everything you ask for. Allah does not say no to you, as you do not say no to Him. As you do not say to Him, He protects you, as you protect your senses and the deen of Allah. May Allah al-Wadud, the most loving, fill our hearts with His love. Reflect and act. 1. Close your eyes. Imagine you love Allah so much that you love to do what He has asked you to do. Pray the 5 salahs, nafil salahs. Wake up at night to pray, recite Quran, learn about the deen, etc. And you love to stay away from haram, entertainment and other sins. And you love to stay away from haram, entertainment and other sins, etc. Imagine yourself doing all these things with ease and love. How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? What impact do you think that change would have on your life? 2. What one small, consistent, nafil, optional daily action can you do today and set as a goal to increase your love for Allah, the Almighty? The most joyous aspect of the world is to know and love Allah, the Almighty. And the greatest pleasure in paradise will be to see Allah. Ibn al-Qayyim. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah. That's the end of this episode. This is Dr. Khalid Ibrahim al-Dosiri from Dammam, Saudi Arabia. Take care, everybody. Salam, peace. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah,